Fan to Train, episode 170.
Oh shit, Sophia!
Yep, and Fellplaner game. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. If you were reading the title of the live stream and the thumbnail, you got a good hint on what is going on right now. If y'all thinking what I'm thinking, yeah, Transit is right now in a battle for the right for people. So yeah. But in about, and I'm gonna bring it up, in about 9 minutes, Dimitri will begin his live stream.
Sorry.
So
It's not one of my games.
he'll begin in 9 minutes. Which, yes, I'll be doing a sub with that. But getting ready for some big stuff too, if y'all get what I'm saying. Also, no, I did not rail fan today, and there was a reason why. It's because, for y'all who don't know, they've been working on the tracks. They were right by my house right here. I took this photo. Let me flip the camera around. Oops. Yep.
Oh boy. Hyping.
That's the reason why I have not rail fan today, even though I had the day off. And also, there would have been no reason because Motor Train did not came true until this evening. It would have been ironic, in a way. Also, I got a curse train meme for the live stream, and I'll be showing that on
David.
the when Dimitri starts his live stream, which will be in 7 minutes now. And yes, he is getting ready. But let me just say the reason why I'm bringing up a battle for transit is that the greedy car company, they're pissed. And right now with Trump in office, like literally, I'm not going to vote anyway back in 2024. And hear me out, I don't like Kamala or Trump. And I said, no, I'm not going to vote because I don't like both officials. They were going to screw over our country. And we're going to get it anyway with both of them because, let's be honest, both of them have their pockets in the big automotive industry. So I just said, nope, no. And I said that I'm not going to do it. Heck, Kamala literally took a 1-minute flight to 2 airports, which are kind of stupid, Dumbest thing I have ever found out. Then we're having stuff happen with Amtrak, which, let me be honest, Amtrak was doing good until all this shit started going down. But hopefully they get a little bit better throughout the year. And also the availabilities are both be in about a week to a week and a half. Both to be up and running. So we got about a week to a week and a half. Probably might be this Saturday, actually. Which is something I'm looking for. Or it could be the beginning of March. Which we're not even 7 days away from March. Less than that. Took me about 7.2. We're actually 9 days from the first day of March. Like, literally, we're already through the 4th month of the year. And also, YouTube is officially 1 minute. YouTube is officially 20 years old today. If y'all don't know, I forget about the first YouTube video ever uploaded. Was uploaded today, Val?
No.
Yeah. First ever video on YouTube was uploaded today back on April 23rd, 2005. Can y'all believe that? April 3rd of 2005. And crazy. But the countdown on Demetrius' side have began. Like, Demetri live stream will begin in a few minutes. We're already in, waiting for him to do the go-ahead. But we also got some news that I need to bring up from last week that we did not get to. And one of them is super interesting. And it worth it when you did think about it. Whew. But to be honest, there have been a ton of craziness going on in the rail entry. And also, I do want to bring that up, and I'm going to bring it up real quick before his live stream start. Is that, yes, they're actually covering up the helicopter crash. I was talking to a friend of mine whose dad did retired 2 days after the helicopter crash, and he would talk to one new guy. He already told me that they're already bribing the guys to cover it up and make it look like an actual accident. So I'm going to bring that up with Demetrius. And he probably going to want to hear this. That for sure. But, like, let me be honest. Some of the stuff that is going on, this is crazy.
Hold on, let me go up.
Oh, God. Well,
Nice.
look like I'm going to have to bring something else up, too, because, you know, the anti-rail NIMBYs are at it again.
Not my friends, please.
And I think it's time for us to fight
Cap a little bit.
the bull crap. And let me be honest, the same people who would also see Amtrak Auto Train Speed, Comfort, and ooh, Demetria going to want to hear this, and they're going to be special for our line. And yes, I'm getting ready for some of them, but yep. Cannot hear you. Cannot hear you. Alright, check that.
How about now? Is that working?
Yep.
Yes, no. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have to walk out and go back in. Alrighty, let's start in a bit.
Yep. Oh, he had not invited anybody in yet. But yeah, got them crazy stuff. Like, and I mean crazy. That Demetrius for you.
Dimitri the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
So David, let's not talk about Dimitri the baby.
On the railroad. Let's go. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, let's jump. Alrighty.
That Demetrius for you.
We're here, everybody. We're here. It's going to be a chill show. Welcome aboard, everyone. It is your host and founder on this wild and wacky ride, Demetrius Villa. Welcome aboard. This is going to be a nice, quick, not a quick, but you know how streams are never quick here. There we go. There we got the lights, camera, action. There we go. It's going to be a nice, chill night. It has been quite a week for me. I don't know how many people I talked to today, or for wedding planning and all that sort of stuff, but this is a chill day. All right, good afternoon, Adam. Hello, Star Force 97, wherever you are in the world. Welcome aboard. We're gonna have a nice chill stream. Let's bring everybody on here. Let's go. Let's get this party started. You guys bring the articles. You guys are gonna go ahead and do this. Welcome aboard. Let's
Hey,
get everybody in here.
Dimitri, you doing good, bud?
I'm good, man. How about you?
Good. Got some crazy updates from the hell. I got them crazy. I got them.
Started off banging. You see the articles of the Trump taking over New York City.
Trump takes over New York City. Okay, let me see this one.
Oh,
New York
awesome.
New York Penn project.
This I think I heard about. Hold on. Is it on? Do we have it? Is it in the general chat?
I remember. Hang on, I gotta find the keyboard again.
Oh,
Alright,
Dimitri.
pulling up.
Dimitri.
Okay.
Did something. I want to do a quick update. They are covering up the helicopter crash. An actual cover up. I was talking to one of my friends who did retire at 78 yesterday. I was chatting to him. He was talking to one of the new guys who were up there because he lived up in New York and he was retiring, like did with his final day yesterday. He talked to one of the new guy and they're actually trying to pay them to cover it up. Like literally trying to pay. Meaning they're trying to make it look like an accident.
Yeah, I mean that whole thing is weird. How it's just swept under the rug. I mean, it's one thing to just have an accident. It's another thing when you have a high-profile individual, particularly one in an industry that is not too popular with the current people in charge. So, yeah, kind of weird. David Jackson, yes, I got you. We will go ahead and center that text for you. I got you, man. I got you. Hello, everybody. Let's see who else is on YouTube. We got Jim Love. There we go. Ricardo Noel, yes, thank you, man. Thank you.
Also, Dimitri,
right.
I got the first meme of the live stream. It's a good one,
Yeah.
and not inappropriate, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, let me see. Here we are. Welcome back, BQ237. Died 2001, born 2025. Yep. Hey, somebody found a new use for it, right? If we, speaking of railroads, I'm sorry. Speaking of equipment and stuff, somebody sent an article over here. Wabtec revenue and profits increasing while order backlog grows. For those of you who don't know, Wabtec is basically the spin-off of GE Rail, and GE. This was before GE split off into the four winds and different companies back in 2020. But this was like 2018, 2019. GE Rail is basically Wabtec. But yeah, reported higher quarterly earnings today thanks to growth in its freight and transit business segments. 20% earnings per share. Operating income increased by 15%. So the green line is going up for the railroads. There we go, guys.
Also, I do want to bring up like the big automotive and like the crooked people are trying to make that new line extension with the MPTA. They're trying to make it look like a failure. I just sent the article in the live chat.
Oh, hey, I also just sent an article of the New York Penn. Trump takes over New York Penn.
No, yeah, it's Sean Duffy. He's gonna do that.
Alright. But
Okay, now I probably gotta get another monitor for all the stuff that I'm gonna have here. Okay, where's the
Just put that on the wedding registrar, and somebody will get it for you.
there we go. Yeah, so
Make sure it's an 8K monitor, though.
Yeah.
You have
Or, for two things, it's silver or lead. You can figure out what it is. So just silver or lead.
Oh, you mute.
nope. I'm live, you little booty
I'll
bum.
take that.
ARC, you have
Yeah.
one or two. What do you have? One or two screens right now?
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, I have two.
And Dimitri,
I got my main monitor, which is what this is going on, and I got the laptop, which this laptop is almost going to be, it's going to be 10 years old next year. So I've been using this laptop for this whole channel.
Put it on the wedding request. 2 monitors.
All right.
Maybe
All right.
computer setup.
Okay, so where's this article here for that somebody wanted on the pen takeover? What's going on?
Dump trucker put it on there.
Yeah, he
Is it
did.
on general?
Yeah, it's right out in the live chat.
It's right in the screen
Okay, so
chat.
it's in the live chat. There we go. I'm gonna need more monitors at this rate, guys. Okay, there we are.
Do we need to get you a monitor for your monitor? So you can
Yes, the monitors
watch
also
monitor?
require monitors. Alrighty. A monitor within a monitor within a monitor. Alright, Trump's transportation secretary, let me center this in the screen because David Jackson on YouTube is going to scream at me. Yeah, that is about, yeah, he said it nicely. If you say please and thank you, you do get things, okay? You'll get it. Alrighty, so Trump's Transportation Secretary Sean P. Duffy takes control of Penn Station overhaul, saves taxpayers $120 million. Interesting. Under the leadership of President Donald J. Trump, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean P. Duffy announced today that the FRA is taking bold action to protect American taxpayers by withdrawing the MTA from leading the Penn Station reconstruction project. Honestly, that'll be good. Instead, Amtrak, backed by U.S. DOT, will spearhead this critical infrastructure initiative. Okay, so there we go. That's some good news there. Can't complain about that, so that's good.
He also ended the Texas Central funding.
Yeah, that we talked about last week.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Still have these articles up if you guys want to go through that about the FRA rescinding the grants for Texas. I'm not going to resend to the screen here now, but we talked about this before. The whole thing going on with Texas, that's just another nail in the coffin, but, they're getting attacked left, right, and center all over the place. Texas Central Railway still claims that they're going to be moving forward regardless. However, with the political climate in Texas, I think, honestly, Texas is not going to be getting high-speed rail anytime soon. Mainly because you have the Congress now actively suing, another company suing Texas high-speed rail about $1 million for unpaid property taxes. Then you have these not railroad barons. Why would I say railroad barons?
Oil baron.
Era anymore.
Demetrius,
Real estate barons now taking, in control, that have been in control, that are, basically beating down Texas Central, lobbying to the government, like what's happened before. Southwest did this before in the 1980s. They basically destroyed the Texas Triangle that was being pushed forward with SNCF. So, I don't think it's going to happen in Texas anytime soon.
But there is a difference. There is a difference.
Demetrius,
I would take the approach to it.
Because we got the internet and stuff.
Demetrius, David Jackson mentioned a point. Discord's having an issue. They're not hearing us on the YouTube side.
Okay, hold on a second. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, apologies. There we go. We got everything going now, so you guys should be able to hear that. There we go. Apologies, everyone. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I need more monitors. I'm gonna need one there and another one there. I'm gonna have like a whole streaming setup.
Dimitri.
You need a new streaming setup. That's what you need.
Oh yeah. I'm still working with stuff from 10 years ago, but hey, make it work. We make it work.
Hey, the old stuff works a lot. The new stuff just breaks down.
Oh yeah.
As long as you don't get one of those anime figures, we're good.
No, I'm getting married. That's not happening.
Your soon-to-be wife will not let you.
No. There we go. Alrighty, guys.
Dimitri.
We got that. Let's go back to this Trump article over here. Again, that was what happened with Texas Central. That wasn't a good thing. Honestly, if it would have just said nothing and just said we support the project, but we will hold back the grants until we can find some other way to make this happen. Because again, Texas Central Railway was number 13 in Trump's top 50 infrastructure plans, like we saw last week. That could have made it.
Quickly say this. I think they need to change this to a regional line. Regional connection. Then get your HSR.
I don't think it's going to happen either way because Texas political environment is just a mess. Look at what's got with the NBA with the Mavericks and Jokic and all that. It's a complete mess.
The whole Texas,
Doncic, whatever. Doncic, Jokic, one of the other Serbians.
Texas is just a shit show right now. So back to New York City.
Yeah.
Where
This is good because, yeah. Go. I'll say one thing and then you can go ahead. The MTA hasn't been too well, and I would not give too much confidence in how the MTA can run anything. So that he's giving the carrot over to Amtrak is probably has to do maybe with what happened as of recent with Amtrak's change of leadership. So I'm pretty sure maybe that has something to do with it.
Probably did. Probably because they pissed off a lot of people.
I'm about 99% sure it has something to do with that.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Whoever was speaking before.
Oh,
I didn't have the Discord up.
speaking of that,
I think it was you.
Yeah.
alright. Speaking of that, I got an article on the MBTA in the live chat that you might want to look at, Demetria, because this might bring back some memories of some problematic people you had to deal with down in Florida.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll get to that. Grand Trunk Line, were you saying something before?
Oh.
Oh. Dang it, I lost it.
You lost your thought.
It happens, it'll come back.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
We will circle. Hey, we will put over the lines. Some lines changing.
Okay. Let me. I'll put this on because I'm gonna have to put it on an archive because it doesn't want me to. I've been selected $1 for 6 months of the Boston Globe. Thank you, but no thanks. Where's archive today? There we go. Just dunking on journalism day by day.
Oh, yeah.
We like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little.
There you go. All right. Oh, it was last archive 7 hours ago. Some other rail fan got to it before me. Thank you. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and look at this article over here. It's a failure. A failure. A complete failure.
Man, we love complete failures, right?
Okay, so let me see. I have no clue what the hell is going on here. I'm just adding in some lines there. It's a failure. South Coast rail service disruption leaves riders stranded, skeptical of commuter line. This is just every day in America, isn't it? After decades of fits and starts, eager locals woke up before dawn last month to celebrate the arrival of commuter rail service from Fall River and New Bedford directly to Boston South Station, a 90-minute train ride. Again, guys, I'm not too familiar with Boston, so if anybody who has been to Boston or does live in Boston or has a little bit of knowledge of Boston, feel free to chime in over here. But since then, issues have cropped up. Delayed and canceled trains have left some passengers stranded at stations. Over the busy holiday weekend, a spate of trips were replaced with shuttle bus service. Oh, man. That's, there we are.
Do that a few more times.
Yeah.
There
The train stopped working in the United States. It must be a normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
When I visited,
We're so sorry. It's just another Tuesday.
Demetria.
But don't worry. On Friday, they're only going to be an hour late.
Demetria, I'm gonna bring up.
Plaguing the new line, MBTA said is extending fare-free weekend service. Okay, so what is the cause of this? Service disruptions, a project that costs more than $1 billion. $1 billion?
They can redo the whole system for that.
Oh, man.
They still have money left over.
That's for Clinton.
Dude, you can literally repair the entire New York City with that. Or at least
All right, I'm opening this up because I need a drink. The Pulaski Pilsner from Chicago. So there we go. Since I was in Chicago 2 weekends ago,
Oh, boy.
brought a little souvenir bag. So there we go. We got a little Pilsner over here. Oh, it was really nice. I always enjoy going to Chicago. Of course, you just gotta avoid the bad areas.
Demetria, I want to bring it up.
avoid the south side, right?
More or less.
well, we all know how badly run Chicago is
Oh, yeah.
being run right now.
Demetria, I want to bring it up. Do you want to know who are happy that did a failure or are happy that did have a problem? The big automaker in the area and the bus companies who like shuttling people around with their own buses. And Uber.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard.
Look,
Amtrak
buses,
is
it's like a thing, it's like
Amtrak.
everything has a place. Cars have a place, buses have a place, trains have a place. The problem is that we don't even have enough buses here in the United States. I mean, look at this. Even people in Boston are telling people to take a 4 or 5 hour bus ride.
Because that bus
this is
ride
silly.
rides
Mhm.
through neighborhoods.
A 5-hour bus, it sounds like they're
Ancient
serious.
road. Ancient road.
Like, and I'm gonna bring Dimitri. I'm gonna bring up here in Charleston. Most of the bus route, and I'm talking about the big bus routes, does not go through any neighborhoods. Like, they literally, like, some of the neighborhoods in some areas, you literally gotta walk almost 15 to 20 minutes from a neighborhood just to get to a bus stop. And most of the bus stop,
They're doing buses wrong. Buses should be commuters. They're not. You cannot. What buses are being run as now in the United States? They're basically using them in lieu of what the old streetcars used to be.
mm-hmm.
There's only a few examples where a bus is good. In a local college town north of where I live, go Cyclones. Someone rated them as the best bus system for a college town in America, because their bus routes literally go door to door.
And
There you go. That's how buses should work.
And-
It's a last minute mile connector service.
And
That's how buses work.
and here,
When I
Jane,
was young, a bus route used to go right by our house.
a lot of bus routes that we did have back in the day, like, we lost a lot of bus routes, and a lot of the
Because the buses got older, so you retire them, but then they didn't order new buses.
reason.
They just combined routes together and said it'll do.
And here, Tippin, I'm gonna bring that up. I want to bring that up. I will talk to a friend of mine who he'd been working for the big automaker for last 10 years. He had enough with them and he quit. And I don't want to bring his name up because I don't want him get him put in danger.
We'll respect that.
I do not want to put his name in here because you know what happened to the whistleblower of Bowen. We all know. I used to know the guy.
I
But
don't think that's that much. At this point, like the auto industry in America is having a reckoning.
oh yeah,
I'm not at all.
Falling apart.
I'm not at all worried about it. It's and that's just there's multiple whammies from different areas. I mean, you have a generational change where this generation doesn't want to be driving as much. You have an overpopulation problem in the United States, and I don't mean overpopulation in the way that the leftist
Or the movies, right?
yeah. It's not overpopulated. The problem is that our cities, our infrastructure is way overtaxed for as many people we should
Oh,
have.
yeah.
I mean, we should be at max, what, 250 million for the infrastructure that we have? We
But-
haven't built up our infrastructure past that.
but
If
Dimitri,
you really think about it, most of your taxes are going to the paycheck.
down.
One time.
All right, everybody's talking all the time.
hey guy, can I
Remember
speak?
one time when we were driving down at FIU and
Stop. I'm gonna stop playing chicken jockey until everybody stops.
One at a time.
All right, can
Alrighty.
and we
Okay.
every 300, not even 300 feet, there was
Chicken jockey.
on the same route.
Let Darius talk, please. Thank you.
All right, Darius. One person at a time. Darius first. Go ahead.
All right. So remember that time we were driving down Northeast 19th Avenue and we saw two bus stops of the same route number, close to each other, not even a few hundred feet. It was like literally a block down. So that granny
Yep.
doesn't have to walk with her walker?
I mean, that's how bus lines should work, but I mean, you don't have to have massive, large buses. They should be smaller circulator buses.
Mhm.
And for, let's say, getting from different cities, or let's say town center to town center, or section of a city or anything like that, that should be served by a train, not by a long bus going all the way from a county to county.
Oh, I know.
Hold on, there's some questions over here on YouTube I want to address. Georgie Zukov asked, do you think Brightline long-term is good? Heard it could be bad financials. No, I don't think it's going to be bad at all, because right now, and we talked about this last week about Brightline, mainly the whole thing with Brightline is to prove that high-speed rail and the idea of it can work in the United States. And so far, it's done that. In fact, they're saying that it should be breaking even within the next couple of years, sooner rather than later. I think they said next year it should be breaking even.
And that's just the train side.
And-
That doesn't include the real estate side.
Yeah, it doesn't include the real estate, but I mean that's what's going to get there.
Guy, can I
It's gonna
speak?
be like how we imagine Japanese bullet train going across the country.
Well, Pat,
It
me
will
a couple.
never be like that. It would never work like that, sadly.
Well,
Get,
it can. It's just going to take years, if not decades, to get there.
Yeah, years and political will to get there. But we're getting there, and that's the biggest thing about Brightline. It's that it's proven that it works. It's proven that it has demand, and that it's expanding from there. Not just in Florida, but also in Las Vegas to Los Angeles area with Brightline West, and that there's more demand from it from politicians and from just normal everyday people. I mean, like in this article over here, you have a guy from Arkansas saying, this would be cool if you had it between Little Rock and Memphis, or when I was attending that. Not really attending, but watching the live stream for the congressional hearings on high-speed rail and rail transportation. Every single senator and congressman wanted to talk to Brightline, and they said, can we bring something like this over here from Chicago to St. Louis, or bring this in my district? So
Brightline,
they made the move, and they're winning. I honestly think that they're winning.
and
I
let,
think Brightline is going to become the new national high-speed rail system.
and Dundra, can I speak real quick? What I was talking about earlier with my friend when I was telling y'all this, he told me this. The car company, they do pay the big bus transit company and the bus metro system to cut back on bus routes and stuff. They do pay them to make their systems crappy on purpose, They bribe them.
That's because they want people in cars.
Bingo.
They want people to buy new cars.
Bingo. They want to make our
Right.
transit system shitty. They want to make it bad. They want to make people take transit. They want to make us feel bad for taking it. They want to make us feel poor for taking it to get us to buy their car. And here, team, some of the biggest bus routes here in my home city of Charleston, they go past car dealership, gas stations,
Let's
and all
first calm
that.
down the language over here. Let's be chill.
But am I right?
And the thing is that cars don't last long anymore. My parents told me this all the time. The cars used to last forever. New cars don't.
Well, you used to be able to personally maintain your own vehicle. Now they've added in a lot of systems where you have to take it to a dealership just to get it taken care of. That's mainly from 2020
And then they're
onward.
going to try and say, well, let's get a new car.
Hey, speaking.
You gotta look about what is the most important thing in the car that breaks down the most.
Speaking of that, I got some interesting new on the auto train.
Engine and transmission.
Yeah.
Everything else that breaks.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Riddell.
Hey.
So here, what I have on the screen, we're talking about that. Probably the biggest
Yes.
example of this was the GM streetcar conspiracy with Firestone. Again, GM was fined. They were found guilty, and they were fined $5,000. So there you go. They were fined $5,000. So this happened for real. They said that this that this happened, and that they were guilty. $5,000. If there's not a conspiracy, look, the other part of this inside this conspiracy is not just GM. It's the federal government, because they allowed it to happen, and they knew that it was happening, and they said, yeah, you did something right. We'll give you a little slap on the hand and a wink in the eye, and we'll just let it happen. Which is terrible, because it basically now shoehorned the country into something that wasn't. This is not free market capitalism at all.
It is. That verdict was 1951.
Because
The verdict was 1951.
Yeah.
So that's only a measly $60,325 from last year.
Yeah, that was two Chevy Bel Airs in 1955. I mean, two new cars back then. They were fined two new cars. Basically,
Or one very nice sports car.
yeah, they got fined a Cadillac. That's it. Fined a Cadillac. But yeah, look at this. Between 1938 and 1950, National City Lines and its subsidiaries, American City Lines, Pacific City Lines, with investment from GM, Firestone, Standard Oil of California, Federal Engineering, Phillips Petroleum, Mack Trucks. Mack Trucks is in there gaining control of additional transit system in about 25 cities. So they basically bought up all these streetcars. They took them off. They completely they basically
shut them down.
Yeah, exactly.
Ripped them up.
Shut them down.
They
and
ripped them
introduced
up.
These buses. We talked about this so many times within our channel, all the way back. But yeah, if you see Taken for a Ride, The End of Suburbia, and it's in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. That was just interesting how they were able to do that.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is something that happens in America, and the thing that I'm talking about is this is what's happening in Texas, because you have the same sort of players. You have this guy, this Ray Lee Hunt. You had Ben Lehman. These are all oil guys. You have now the Congress and everything else. This is the problem: is that you're fighting an uphill battle. You're fighting in a different weight class, and you're not going to win playing the same rules. You have to play by different rules or don't play their game. Those are the only two choices. Play your own game or don't play their game.
Also,
Or you can play their game and lose. So you have three options. Yeah, and that's the thing, Renell. You can play the game as well as you can. If the game is rigged against you, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're Pele. If you have both hands tied behind your back and your legs are chained, you're not going to play a good game of soccer.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
Right.
Speaking of that, I got them good news.
Yeah. Either way.
I got them good news about the Auto Train, which I just sent a link to the article right here in the live chat.
Alrighty, let's check that out. Let's go through that. There were some other articles that somebody brought up over here about the Wilmington and Western Railroad.
That was me.
Volunteers. You
That
guys
was
wanna
me.
See that one, or what do you want to see?
The Auto Train one.
Let's take a look at it. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check about the. Here we are. From Railway Supply, Amtrak High-Rail Trains, Speed, Comfort, and Sustainability for the Future. So, you're using these now for the Auto Train now?
To be honest, if they are, they're gonna be real interesting.
Aero, Iro, how are we going to pronounce this? Aero, Iro. Is it Aero?
They should have just spelled it ARROW.
Thank you.
If it's
Where's my, there we are. Thank you, Renell. You win for tonight. They should.
Oh no! Don't look closely. All the signs are in metric.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for that. I knew somebody's going to say something about kilometers of the metric system. So that's.
Did someone say kilometers?
Approximately 2,200 kilometers an hour.
Which is 125
I need to haul 10 kilometers of passengers to this station, or cubic yards of passengers to this station.
Also, I do want to bring up an article that one of the guys also posted earlier, and I posted it in here. Grand Trunk Lines. I reposted your article in the live chat. You want to talk about that?
Okay.
Oh, the short line.
Yes.
We already talked about that last week.
I did. I actually did. I think we did.
Yeah, we touched upon it towards the end.
Yeah, we did. There was something funny. What's happened to brief? Okay. Oops, I'll snap something happened. Okay, I'm gonna need some equipment at some point soon, guys. All right, what's up?
I
What's up?
never saw
Get all of that.
that.
Come on.
You said there were clips where
All that
they
I'll
were at
eat
the
my own
congressional
pie.
hearings where you had
Okay?
Brightline and Amtrak on the same
Mhm.
call,
Not fair.
and I don't think I ever saw that.
It's somewhere back there. I got to look at that because I definitely have that I want to put in the Brightline West video. At some point, I will get to that. After the wedding, guys, I'm gonna start getting into this and really start putting down because now at work they're making me edit videos. I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting back into the groove of things. So now I'm moving in step by step, and now I have an itch to go ahead and edit my own videos and do my own videos now. But let me see what's. Let me just check here real quick on the YouTube chat. I'm making an effort to go ahead and check the YouTube chat, which now doesn't want to work. Go ahead.
Streetcars actually rose because of the high cost of horses and carriages back then, which are the equivalent of cars. But the thing with streetcars that buses can do that streetcars can is buses can go anywhere on any road.
That was the upside.
Oh yeah.
Streetcars had to follow the track.
Well, anything on steel roads has to follow tracks. Anything that's on tires has to follow roads.
That is why they switched from streetcar to bus. Because a bus could go anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are problems too with that.
Where you can't go down the alleyway, but
With a car, you can go anywhere.
Except trolley buses. Except buses that went from the wires.
All right. Why don't we look at this article that somebody
Have you
sent
ever
this
heard
in?
of an interurban? Have you ever heard of an interurban? It's like a
Yeah, I have.
urban
Yes.
for suburban and rural areas.
We used to have. Hey, trams. They just look nice going through a city.
Yeah, all right, guys. Let's bring this into one topic over here. Okay, so Wilmington and Western Railroad volunteers rally for accountability and reform. So this is funny. So I didn't know this. That I can't know every single railroad in the United States. I'm sure some of you guys do, but I mean I have enough as it is already. But the Wilmington and Western Railroad. This is an interesting, pretty little railroad. So this is there you go. It's a historic railroad that they do excursions and everything, and they still run steam and some older diesel trains. So that's pretty nice if anybody's up there in Delaware to go ahead and check out. But they're having some issues because the volunteers are all upset because there seems to be a lack of accountability and reform within the railroad, which is interesting because I've never really seen this for like a heritage or museum railroad. I've never really seen so much of a... I will say this, there's a hell of a lot more people at this protest over here than the Tesla protest that I saw like 2 weeks back, the anti-Elon, anti-Doge protest. There's a hell of a lot more people there for sure.
here's a better question. How many of those people were paid to be there?
Oh, at the Doge protest?
So
I think they weren't paying them. The only people who were there were just the older folks.
I have an image.
But liberals.
I found it on X, but from someone else who posted the image on X. Oh, where'd this image go?
Yeah, just put it in the chat. So real quick on this article, this group organized through Facebook is raising alarms over what they describe as a lack of transparency, diminished communication, and troubling leadership choices by the Board of Historic Red Clay Valley. Interesting. The tensions have been building since late 2024 when the railroad's master mechanic resigned. We believe the board's decision have increasingly diverged away from the best interest of membership. Well, that's interesting. Again, I've never heard of this happening for a heritage railroad or a museum, because they're basically a rolling museum. They got like 10 miles of railroad that they run there. But may I give them a suggestion? And this is only a suggestion in jest. Here you go for railroad accountability. Oh man, now my Brave browser doesn't want to work either. I'm hitting this in top of. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Guys, I think I'm killing my my computer over here. It's cooking. Let me close some tabs. Maybe that will help. Oh, wait. Okay, let me close these tabs. I'm gonna close all the Texas Railroad tabs. We've been over them already enough. Close.
I never saw
you guys want to donate to the American Rail Club? We can use a new laptop. We're hitting the edge here.
Yeah, almost
Okay. Or at some point. Okay, I may just have to close Brave browser and just reopen it again. All right, let me just do that. Here, I'll just maximize this so you can all talk. All right. Hopefully YouTube is still streaming. It seems like it is.
It's working.
All right. So now you guys can talk, say whatever you want while I refresh all of this here.
Oh, let me check. I'm going to YouTube right now.
Yeah, no, it's still working, so we're good.
But
Okay.
I'm actually live streaming on my end too, so yeah. Yes, I'm live too, Demetrius. I've been live too on my YouTube channel.
Hey, I'm gonna post the image I found. I found it. Ooh, I thought I'd never find it.
Yeah, if you guys can post stuff here on Discord, we can do that. That works. Why is he
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
this is a disaster.
Ooh.
What?
Alrighty, let's see. Wow,
Oh, it's only New York City.
That a yikes.
There you are. There. If you want to protest the next time against Elon Musk, which I don't care. I don't have any you know, fantastic opinions about Elon or whatever. I just find the whole entire thing funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very
Me too.
hilarious for the last few years.
Let's see.
Like, I did think it funny too, you know?
Let's see if it works now.
You know what? This is why we can't take our politics seriously. We don't know.
Bright Line West should be beginning work now.
They
I
are.
think they already just started constructing. They should be finished, they said, by late 2028.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about construction is
What
when
are
they
they actually
say
working on?
the opening ceremony. So you know they have the opening groundbreaking ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll bet
cool.
you-
I have things like that.
you know what? I'll bet $50 to $100 that they had already started construction on the project.
Probably have.
Oh no, they already have. That's for sure. They already have been doing that.
Like before
Okay.
they did the groundbreaking ceremony.
I mean, they already had probably everything in place, so that wasn't too big of a deal.
I can say from experience, I worked from construction season. They did the groundbreaking ceremony. Hang on.
Yeah.
They did this groundbreaking ceremony for a project they were doing.
Last I knew.
But the problem, we had already started construction on the project, like
Let me
months
go to the website.
before, and then they waited until until it was sunny and warm outside to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's the thing. Chris, groundbreaking and ribbon cutting ceremonies are just that. They're ceremonies. At that point, it's really just more of, you know, they're getting the project. And of course, politicians love the ribbon cutting ceremonies. I think it was not just Bikes or somebody else that parroted that point that I came out with, because I was talking about that years ago, how, like, you know, the politicians just love the ribbon cutting ceremonies, and now it's entered the zeitgeist now for everybody to be talking about. So, hey, our points matter. We're getting our ideas across, so that's something.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't stay on the website.
I mean, the good thing is construction started.
Yeah, I think,
You know
Bright
what?
Line West. Once Bright Line West happens, that's going to be the first high-speed rail. That's going to be the real big start of where we're going to start.
And in California.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, that's going to be once you see that in California. I mean, at this point, I think the California high-speed rail project, I'm giving it now a 60% chance it's not happening.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving it a 99.99%.
And that's very, again, that's being very generous for California. I'm
What's
erring on
gonna
the side of
happen?
caution here.
And they're gonna
So you think
quietly.
they're gonna turn it into California high-speed, like Autobahn or
No,
something?
what they're gonna do is it's gonna start out quietly. The contractors who are doing the job are gonna take all their equipment off site slowly, but slowly, but eventually the site will just have nothing.
Well, I say the other thing that they probably did it for was for Caltrans, because they used a lot, which is kind of cheating, because Caltrans should have had their own budget, but they used a lot of the track upgrades within the Sacramento and San Francisco area, and all that money and upgrades for the Caltrans project, because apparently Caltrans and the California High-Speed Rail would supposedly have been using the same trackage, which I don't think they will be running on the same exact tracks, because that's not, you're supposed to be running high-speed rail. I mean, this has been established since the 1960s with Japan, but that was the reason why they called it. Shinkansen literally means in Japanese new trunk line. Shin means new, kansen, it's new trunk line. So they made it standard gauge to not compete with any of the other narrow gauges or not have a narrow gauge train accidentally go on there. That's what the whole point of it was for. You have to have separated grades and separated trains.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't get it. I don't think California is going to be, at this point, they don't really want to do the project. I seriously and honestly believe that California High-Speed Rail Authority is not serious and they don't want to build the project.
I agree. They don't want to build it at all.
Yeah.
I think in the back of their mind,
they could
have
turn
in
it
meeting.
into a high-speed limousines.
I still think that was funny.
No, what I think they're going to do is sell the line to a freight railroad, and a freight railroad's going to build a freight line there, and then call it good. They're going to turn their big old... They might leave the viaducts there because they don't want to tear them down. The viaducts will become shells of what was supposed to be.
Or
let me see if I can find that article though about.
Or they might use them for Amtrak. Hear me out. Hear me out. That they might use them for Amtrak instead.
Wait, what?
Where it's limousines that could go 200 miles an hour from San Francisco, Dallas.
That's
You know what's
still hilarious.
You know what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to die.
Oh yeah.
Wait, how do we just start talking about high-speed limos to now a lot of people are going to die? Where did this conversation turn into?
Because people are stupid. And the moment someone makes a mistake, at 200-mile-an-hour plus, you die.
I mean, people drive on the autobahn without too much effort, but I mean, okay. I mean, look, it's California. People there are either driving like they're halfway drunk or they're high. So, I mean, it's
The problem with Germany is that they've been doing that for years.
Oh,
They've been doing
Duntruck.
that since the German Nazi era.
Duntruck, can I speak?
all right. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I think they're not gonna let them go abandoned. They might let Amtrak use them, you know? Because here, saying, a lot of them class 1s in California, they don't like Amtrak. So with this, they said, hey, here you go. You got your own route. Put your track downs right there, and you can use it. Now get off our main
You can
lines.
build your own stations. They can build their own stations.
Well, first they got to build the entire line for us. That's not done.
I know, but I have
They're gonna
my
build the
gut
entire line.
feeling. In my
They're
gut
gonna
feeling, I
build
think
like
that
4
going.
of it.
I think they're going to
Okay,
give
well,
this to
speaking- hold on, wait,
Amtrak.
Speaking of California high-speed rail, I just found this this article that came out about 12 hours ago. Funny enough, it's called California High-Speed Rail Reaches Momentous Milestone, and this is the picture that they have. It's still the concrete sections from 2019, which hasn't probably changed that much. But let's see, has solved an issue that could have prevented it from building vital parts of infrastructure. The city of Millbrae and the California High-Speed Rail Authority reached an agreement on Tuesday resolving a legal dispute that could have blocked the project from building train stations in the area. Let me see the context. I like when they put context. The clash between the city of Millbrae and the California High-Speed Rail Authority occurred due to concerns that the project would take control over land away from city authorities and that stations for the project would not be properly integrated with the existing infrastructure. I mean, okay, cool, you did that, but why are we talking about this in April 23rd, 2025, when this project was set to go back in, I don't know, was it 2013 when this project started?
Yeah, 2013 and when it got started.
I just look at where Millbrae is.
It's like, all right, Millbrae, that's definitely a place that I really heard about in California that people are flocking to go to.
No, people don't even know it's there. It's literally on San Francisco, near South near between I think I'm gonna say this right, San Mateo and San Francisco.
This is not. I don't think this is happening. I don't think that's happening. It's going to be up to Brightline to shoulder everything.
The only reason people go there is because it's by the airport.
That's probably why.
Dimitri.
I mean, look, to all respect to Millbrae, and this has nothing to do with Millbrae. All fault lays, pun intended, fault California. Get it? Because anyway, all fault lays with them because this is something that should have been done
Long
a
ago.
decade ago. This should have been done a decade ago, not in 2025. Why are we talking about this in 24? This is a momentous milestone. Really? Who the hell said this was a momentous milestone?
We should have started in San Francisco.
Okay, a little bit better. It's the mayor of Millbrae. So in the context of Millbrae,
Right.
I guess it is momentous. In terms of the California high-speed rail, this should have been done 10 years ago.
No, it's nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
know.
I know we keep dunking on the California high-speed rail, and at this point we're kind of beating a dead horse because at this point it's a dead horse walking. But I mean, this is it's disappointing and it's upsetting and it's angering, especially knowing that there is a project getting built in California by a private company that has already built something in Florida. So Florida man has to go ahead and build in California. Go figure.
Dimitri, you know it would be funny if you know it would be
Can I get
funny
this
if
point,
Amtrak.
Go ahead, minor tree, go.
Up sorry.
So the
Amtrak.
mayor had a child the day that California High Speed Rail started construction in 2015. He would be celebrating that his child had just graduated 3rd grade by the time he says it's a momentous occasion that the high speed rail came to a city that they finally agreed to.
Oh man,
Is that the point he wants to get across?
I guess it is momentous.
Maybe.
I
I think so.
It's silly because look at how much time this has taken. It doesn't have to take so long to build any sort of infrastructure here in this country, and we keep going back to that. And it's purposeful that they have to take so long. And we've seen it before.
They had so many EIS studies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See if I
get
can
rid
bring
of the
up that
EIS
video
study.
again
Just get
from,
rid of them.
from the Netherlands of how they built that road there. And it only took them 24 hours. But yeah, this is just so silly that we further complicate what should be simple, and it's on purpose, mainly because this country, currently in its state, is banking off of mediocrity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if that a high-speed rail viaduct was a highway bridge, it would have been done in 6 months at most.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a bit different between a highway project and a rail project.
I can confirm with you it does not
Access
take
Central
long
should have already been done.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long, and it doesn't have to take that long. Let me see if I can find that again.
I can't confirm.
Getting close to it.
Take that long.
If it takes more than 6 months, you're taking your sweet time to the extreme.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take your sweet time with projects. You get them done so you can get the money.
But how are you gonna milk the money for years if you get it done in like 5?
Yeah, you have to have different. You have to have phase 1 that gets done in 2 years, and then phase 2 that gets done in 3 years, and then you have to have your contractors who you were buddies with in high school because his dad knew his dad. So you're gonna have those no-show jobs, and then what should have taken, in any other country would have taken a month is going to go ahead and take 5 years. I mean, they're still working on the section of I-69 over here. This clear pathway project here in Indianapolis has been going on since I've been here. It's ridiculous.
Demetrius, you're wrong. It's not gonna take 10 years. They have to do a study for at least 2 years before they start.
It's so silly.
Uh-huh.
That is
Oh,
literally
tell me
true.
about it.
They do studies
Yes.
to see if they should make a study, if the study is going to be worth it, to see if that study is going to be worth it. And on and on and on. And so someone's like, can we just build it already?
Yeah, here we go. All right, so I finally found it. So here we go. This is the video I was talking about. Building a tunnel under a highway in less than 48 hours. Here you go. What takes the United States purposefully, because we have the technology, we have the equipment, we have the money, because obviously if Boston can spend $1 billion on a failure of a railroad expansion that doesn't even work, we can certainly throw $1 billion into anything and make it happen. But again, this is on purpose. So this is what they're doing in, supposedly socialist Europe. They can go ahead and build. There you go. They're box jacking in a tunnel underneath a highway, and they're doing. Look at how many earth movers they have over there. There's at least half a dozen there at one time. There you go. They're doing it in 40 hours. Done.
No, there's not even that many earth movers. They've got like roughly
Brightline
5
did
of them,
a
and
box
that's it.
jacking.
One of them is a backup, and they all did it one night.
Yeah,
They
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 in one picture here. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we can do that here in this country.
Oh yeah, we could.
It can be done, and I've heard it and seen it done before. They demolish bridges overnight. They build bridges overnight. What's the amount of time?
Yeah.
They literally
No, but
shut down
this is
the airplane in the middle of
Just
the
like in
night
a hybrid
just
chat.
to put a bridge
But
together.
this is what we're living in our country. So, Renell, this is in your neck of the woods over here, in upstate New York. Slowly decaying passenger platforms that once serviced thousands of rail passengers at the long-abandoned Buffalo Central Terminal. Look at this. This is unfortunately what we're living in this country. We're living off the bones off of a country that was once great. No, I don't think America is great. It's in a great spot right now. It's not. Look at the.
It's a great country. It's just we have a
So
we
I'm
have
gonna be a little
population that's so
I'm
spread
gonna
out.
hey, I'm gonna throw a little positivity into that, into what you just said. We're great in certain things like defense and military, but when it comes to infrastructure,
Sorry, guys.
we do pretty shit jobs at it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
on purpose. It's obviously on purpose.
Oh, yeah,
Look
on
at it.
purpose.
Somebody says it looks like Fallout. Yeah, look at it. It looks like something out of Fallout 3. It's terrible. This is our country. Wait, yeah, and that's the thing. You bring up a great point, dump trucker. We could spend billions and billions of dollars on military excursions that don't really get us anywhere. I mean, what the hell did we do for 20 years in Afghanistan? But yet, this is our country right now. Is this the picture, or is this the picture? I mean, you can't tell which one is real or not at this point. Obviously, this one's from the video game that takes place in a post-apocalyptic hellscape, and this is real life that takes place in a post-apocalyptic hellscape, or 2025 America.
What's the
Demetrius, don't compare our infrastructure to Fallout, because at least in Fallout, nobody's complaining when I'm looting everything.
Oh, speak of that.
I have something to
You
say.
know what? Oh, go ahead.
Speak of that. I just snuck in a Brightline meme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I.
So,
So
all right, spring, we
it's
have a. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Demetrius, so the Brightline meme. It's funny.
Alrighty, hold on, because we have a troll here in the chat. Not really a troll, just someone who's not understanding the whole entire context. Saying the Brightline West project, considering all its prior yes, I get it. Express West, and you didn't even mention that. Yeah, here's the thing: Express West got nowhere. Brightline West, when it was Virgin Trains USA, which didn't last long, thank goodness, because Richard Branson is just a poison pill. Yeah, they bought Express West and then made it happen. And that was back in 2018. So,
Oh yeah.
it's been
a while.
in half time, and they're already making it. So, no, you're wrong. Sorry. Exactly. Thank you, David Jackson. There you go.
The fact I have to say I remember Virgin Rail kind of.
Look at this dude.
Kind of feels shameful.
Also, I'm calling out Banksrail. I'm calling out Banksrail.
Take it over.
Guys, I'm calling out Banksrail. He is a liberal idiot for that
I don't
video.
even know
Like,
who he is.
He's a YouTuber.
Banks.
I'm joking with you. I do know, but I can barely even watch his stuff. Like, I've seen maybe one of his videos, and then I can't stand this guy, and I just stopped after 10
He
seconds.
got awful
next.
like he a dumb liberal. Like, if y'all liberal quit attacking private passenger rail and look at your own shit, and look at yourself in the own mirror with your dumb blue hair, you start realizing how dumb you are.
We don't need to be rude like that.
Look at
We
this
need to be rude
dude.
like that, man.
He thinks
Hey, man,
Brightline
I'm
will
gonna give
fail.
you something else. To think
All right.
about.
I'm not gonna get too much into the crap flinging with other YouTube creators at this point, because there's enough crap to throw at me. I don't care. Throw it at me. I can swing back 10 times harder. Than you
Oh,
can
same
swing
with
at
me.
But regardless, I mean, this is just
You know what?
it's just silly.
Ignore them until they attack you. If any of these
I don't even care. Even if I was like, who are you? Like, I don't even know who you are. I'm gonna just bring out that Thanos quote. It's like, who are you? I don't know. Who are you?
And they're like, well, I'm a creator, but I'm attacking you because I think your idea is stupid. You should go after them and roast their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like
We'll do a creator clash with them, and then they'll stop.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so
They'll shut up and be humble so quickly they'll just leave.
yeah. Alrighty. Any other articles we want to go over here? Because this is oh, by the way, this was what the point that I wanted to bring across before Brave Browser decided to take a giant dump on my PC over here. Wilmington Western Railroad volunteers rally for accountability and reform. Here's a funny suggestion. Li Zhijun, China. This is from 11 years ago. China's ex-railway minister sentenced to death for corruption. we're not a real country, guys. You know, it's just it's just funny. I still find this hilarious, and I'll keep bringing this up. I mean, I think they did absolve him of the death sentence, but he's spending forever in prison. I mean, the guy's probably in his 60s or 70s. So, I mean, look, Chinese prison is already a death sentence as it is.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of accountability, I mean, we got to be doing a little bit more for accountability. I mean, this is the other end of it, but let's maybe start taking some notes. I don't know. Maybe there's something. But anyway.
But yeah. But Dimitri, it's so them the
you
meme.
guys want to talk about? It's 8:56. I'm gonna end this at 9:10. We're gonna bring the train in at 9:10.
Ooh ooh.
Okay, one at a time.
Oh, you can
Renell.
have them.
Renell hasn't had a big chance to speak the last couple of weeks. Go ahead, man.
If they were to actually abandon the project, if that means that
Wait, which project are we talking about?
California. If they abandon it, does that mean that the NIMBYs actually won against the authority?
I wouldn't say the NIMBYs won against the authority. It's more of a I mean, it's a false victory because they didn't beat them. The authority just basically shot themselves in the foot multiple times to not do anything.
With the NIMBYs on that.
They won a fight they weren't even fighting. I mean, at that point, do you really give the NIMBYs credit for taking down California High-Speed Rail? California High-Speed Rail's misgivings is all in California High-Speed Rail.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
Everything that's happening to them is completely 100% their fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean just California High-Speed Rail. I mean California politics in general, and it's just a microcosm of politics. It just reflects politics in the entire country. Because look, like we talked about before about what's going on over in Boston. $1 billion spent for a railroad that doesn't even work, that leaves people stranded. They have to take a 4 or 5 hour bus. You spent $1 billion on new stations and tracks, and it went nowhere. You did this on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You made a failure on purpose. It's a failure. Yes, Boston or South Coast, whoever built this, because again, I don't know the entire full context, but what I'm getting here from what little that I know about it is that they made a failure on purpose.
Oh yeah, they did.
It's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. All this money, all this technology, and everything that we have, and it's being thrown away.
It sounds like someone needs a pickaxe in prison to break rocks for the next 25 years.
Oh yeah.
Or hey, there's always it's like that from the Haunted Mansion. There's always my way. But anyway.
Hey, there's always a better way. You want to get out.
Alright.
Oh, Dimitri.
They're making it work.
9 o'clock your time, so.
Dimitri, are you
Alright,
so the meme?
Who wants to share something that who wants to share something that they haven't shared yet?
Oh, Dimitri, before we do that, so the bright line
I
meme.
haven't heard you in a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's stuff going on at LAX with the people moving to trying to finish, but they haven't finished just yet. There's still a couple more steps away from opening, but there's still some gaps that need to be filled yet.
Okay, I got lucky that I didn't use the LA Metro connector. I've heard a lot of bad things about it, that it's been falling apart. And apparently it is. No one loves LAX. There's a reason it's consistently named one of the worst airports in the world after all. Sure, it might look cool. It does. I will say it does look cool, but oh man, just getting around that airport is an absolute
Hey, you know what? That's
nightmare.
what I was wondering for you, my
Yeah.
friend.
I've been there.
If you want a way to tell people what it's like to be in California, LAX tells you a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's look. I've been to really bad airports. Miami International being probably one of the most chaotic and silly of them. Atlanta, okay. Chicago, it's not as bad as people think it is. Honestly, I mean, it looks the same as when Kevin McAllister was running through it in Home Alone. It looks exactly the same. They haven't changed anything with that airport. Yeah, no, not Midway. O'Hare. But the LAX, LAX is probably the most just terrible American airport. Not in terms of looks, because it does look. The Delta terminal was fine and all that sort of stuff. It was fine. But just getting through the traffic to get the connector bus from the rental car to the terminal, it took a whole hour because of the traffic, and there's no need for it. So this LAX connector, what's going on with it? Running in a 2.25-mile loop along line of 6 stations, the APM will connect LAX's 9 terminals to the LAX Consolidated Rent-A-Car Facility. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. That'd be nice. So I don't have to go ahead and take the bus. I mean, look, the bus works, but there's just so much traffic that you can't do anything. You're stuck. I might as well could have just walked from the National Rental Car Center to the terminal. It would have gotten there faster.
But the car company.
Now, here we go. Here's the crux of the story. Why has this project taken so long? If you've been to LAX at any point the past 5 years or so, it seemed like the APM's arrival was imminent. The construction has made the traffic even more of a nightmare than normal. But with large poured concrete tracks and pillars rising overhead, it seemed like a means to an end. And yet there were delays. As it always is in American... This is something that could have been built like already. That's it. It's
going to be here.
Dimitri.
Well, the problem is that is a very big airport. So you have to find a way to move people around, find alternate paths, have a way for people to get places. Because the people, when they land at LAX, they have no clue where they're going. They're just following signs. So when they have to close a portion of the airport, you have to build new signs.
Yeah.
And find someone to tell people where they're going.
If there are, because that whole area where LAX...
I haven't been to LAX, but if I guarantee you I were to land there, I have no shitting clue where I would be going.
I don't recommend it, but there's really no other better way into... I mean, there's really no other
My
way
wife,
into...
that'll have to agree with
you. You can take Ontario, but I mean, then you'll be all the way over in San Bernardino County, but hey, it's what it is.
These people have no choice but to go there.
More or less. I mean, and there's no, you're going to take a flight over to Ontario Airport? Yeah, good luck trying to find a flight that gets there. That's not, $1,000 because our airline industry is a complete mess.
And I'm going to jump the topic to my local airports, also finally getting a new terminal.
I see, David Jackson's in the comments over here, hoping the May 1st California High-Speed Rail Board meeting has drama. I gotta start watching those again, because there was always something silly.
If I could hop in and say something to them, I would hop in and say, get your project done. Like, I live in the state of Iowa.
Starting to lay track this summer.
A lot faster than you are.
I still stand with my original proposal for the California High-Speed Rail. Just basically fire everybody over the age of 45 on the board. Just put in a whole bunch of Zoomers and millennials, and give them 5 years to get it done, and they'll get it done.
It'll be done faster than what's getting done now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think this has nothing to do with just baby boomers. Okay, if I hear it one more time, I have a sound clip for that. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, unfortunately, the culture that we have in America, where things are built so slow or phased out into ridiculous amounts of time, has come from that generation.
Oh yeah, it has.
Something that we need to break down. Is it all of them? No, and I don't have to make this disclaimer over and over again. I mean, we have our problems too with our generation. I mean, it's just like we have to start fixing this, or else the next generations after this. We're in generation beta now. Is a beta generation.
Well, I can do my part.
I just saw a picture of Adam everywhere in the comment section. I don't think it's gonna get fixed. At this point, you'd have to level the whole thing.
Oh yeah, burn it to the ground.
That's the whole thing. The gates.
Oh,
Demetri.
Demetri.
Demolish the whole thing. Rebuild it from the ground up. That's all you can do.
Demetri.
We don't even have to go from there. We don't have to demolish anything. It's demolishing itself. It's imploding on itself. We just need to build up and just keep building on new ideas. That's it. We've already. This is a battle that we've already won in the future. It's just a matter of now actually
waiting it out. But Demetri.
Alan Fisher's video about California high-speed rail, he said just build the damn thing.
I agree with him 100%. No, Alan Fisher's 100% right. He's just build the damn thing.
Hey, David would like to speak too.
Oh.
Go ahead, David.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Like, it's about time. Plus, I also got an article from the Up in Grafton about them building a new industrial park for their short line railroad, because it's a short line railroad up in Massachusetts, which short lines are grown. Also, I got the Brightline meme. You want to show that right now? It's super funny.
All right, yeah, let's see the Brightline meme. We need some funnies here.
It's got sound. Keep building.
I don't know why the sound isn't playing on my end here, but here, hold on a second. What? Oh, I know why the sound isn't playing. No, I get that. It's just let me see if I can put it over here. Here we go.
It's literally the Strum Bob meme with Brightline.
On here. There we go. Yeah. Open.
But
Demetrius.
Also,
with highway projects, it's not as hard. Everybody is just so accustomed to highways and that everybody knows what they're used for.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about highways.
We just don't understand trains.
We used to.
I don't think that's the problem. It's not that we don't understand trains. Is that the powers that be don't want to build them.
Yes, we don't want
to. They can perfectly understand them if they really want to. They
just
don't.
They take up land and they take up money, and that's what they don't like.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna do this the old school way. Here we go. Let's play this.
With highways, it's not an issue.
But let me bring it up. Like,
there we go.
It's good because here at James, the short lines are actually growing. Like, we're going to be seeing a lot more short lines pop up, but we're going to see a lot of Class 1 railroad trying to buy them up.
Yep.
So we're about to see some crazy stuff.
Here's some leading indicators for that. I mean, we're seeing revenue for basically the largest railroad manufacturer in the United States, Wabtec. I mean, I think they make like 80% of the share for railroad equipment. Yeah. Or GE Rail, basically. So all the old GEs are under them. Yeah, revenue grows, profit increases while order backlog grows. So there you go. That's your leading.
Also,
indicator.
Demetri, I got them outside.
Railroads are becoming more of a thing. It's happening. Both in freight and in passenger rail.
Demetri, I got them.
One rail car manufacturer in America.
One at a time, guys. If you don't speak one at a time, I'm gonna start playing chicken jockey ad nauseum.
It's actually Siemens and Alstom.
Alright, can I talk? I got some super good news. Amtrak, and I would talk to one of my friends who work for Amtrak about the Avail Liberty. They're about a week to a week and a half out, starting full service on Amtrak new Acela sets. Meaning,
You know what? About time.
like, it should be either the end of this week, the beginning of next week, or the beginning of March 1st. They're right now getting a lap bit ready.
May.
Finally got that damn thing in.
Yes. So pot will be
Alright,
May
guys.
1st.
Yeah. That's good. We'll see when the available Liberty comes out. At this point, I'll see when I believe it. But I mean, good stuff all around. The industry is growing. It's happening. Passenger rails in demand. Freight rail is growing. Short lines. Hey, look, it's good news all around. I mean, there's silly things like in Texas, but unfortunately for our friends in Texas, aka Minor Tree, you're gonna have to be using your legs more because I don't think you're gonna get high-speed rail anytime soon. I'm sorry, man, but it's
There's still a possibility it'll come. It's just going to be delayed again.
I'm afraid I will. Texas. It'll happen, but it's not happening this decade, unfortunately. But look, you never know if Brightline comes in there.
Take your
Mhm.
baseball bat to Amtrak and tell them to get those new trains going.
Oh, there probably are now.
Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. I heard Amtrak was gonna do like a draft day special to Green Bay, but with a equipment shortage, I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen now.
Oh, that's too bad. That would have been something cool to go to see the NFL draft on Amtrak. You see, look, they have the right ideas, just a matter of now just putting it into practice. But alrighty, guys, we're gonna call it a night over here.
I hope
This was good. This is a nice chill stream. We had some good stuff here.
What do you think short line railroads will start running passenger trains?
No.
Yeah, that will definitely be happening. I mean, look, it's basically FEC, which was a class 2, did that. So there we go. All right, guys.
I hope.
We're calling it a night here. Thank you all for riding on board this episode of the American Rail Club Lounge, and we will see you all next time. Take care.
Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys. Have a night one.
God bless.